Hey guys, Crusher045 here. We're going to continue along in the series. As I said in the last video, we finished the first year of our whole career, so we should be 19 now. What we're going to do in this episode, I've thought about it a little bit, is do a party chair. Now the reason I'm doing party chair and not running for a state office is because, well, for one, I have to be 25 and we're not. But beyond that, party chair lets us get a lot of political experience without having to hold an office. We also make a salary, which means even when we're not running for office, we collect money. And beyond that, it's a really good way for us to help the Democratic Party do well in the state of Kansas, which will help us do well in the future. So we're going to go ahead and apply for the job, which means we get it. It takes us into the party chair for the state house campaign. We're trying to elect members of our party to office. We need to develop a party platform and increase voter turnout and influence public opinion. So we need to make sure that we can maximize these as much as possible. So this is how you would do so. Let's go to here, just try and make these as big as we can. So economy, 53%. Without losing too much of our nice policy, let's say we want to decrease this, maintain this, and increase that. 53. What if I say I want to decrease, increase? 53. That's taxes. 49. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong one. I think that's the best option for taxes. 48. Is maintain what people want to see? No. It's interestingly enough not doing what I want. Let's see if I increase it. Now we're at 39. Okay, so we want to basically maintain middle tax rates. 48. I think 49 if we say decrease. Yeah, so we'll probably leave it at that. Economy, raising the minimum wage, and if I say more harm, does that make people like us more? No, it actually doesn't change anything. That hurt us, so we want to like the minimum wage, of course. This is just me building a campaign platform. You don't have to go through this. I actually think we're probably okay with these percentages. And we go into our policy really fast. If we scroll to the bottom and hit calculate, no, well, let me do that here. I can do that in here, though. Let's scroll down to the bottom and hit calculate just to see. And we're a liberal. Good. Okay, so we have $10,000. We need to make some more money, but what we can do, we have to wait one more turn because we can't pick candidates until people decide if they're going to retire, if they want to stay in office. You get the idea. Income inequality. I think that's one of the social policies. Yeah. If we oppose the income gap, it's 51%. It's really, really close. So I don't think it makes a huge difference, but having us not want to do that might help us win some Republican voters, and ultimately that's what we're trying to do here. So the next thing we're going to do is go to next turn, which, what are we taking hits on? Economic growth, minimum wage. Interesting. I think it's those two, ultimately, for economy, but the people really do not like that. So I think the best thing to do might be to say yes and then more harm. I think that might help us. It's really weird that it's like not liking us for having good policies. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I think we'll just leave it at that. So we've got $51,000 to spend, which is great. We need to pick some candidates now. All I'm going to do here, because it's what I usually will do, is fill all empty positions, and it will generate random people that will have parties that fit our policy positions, which is exactly what we want. This way, they can fit in nice and easy. Okay. I'm not going to replace any of the incumbents. I don't see a reason to do so. Essentially, all we need to do now is run through until the midterm, right before the primaries. Republican president, our primary debate. What's wrong with healthcare? Medicare expansion, universal healthcare. Okay, I see. And I think our health policy is okay. I want to see if there's anything we can change here to help us out. Do I oppose or support? Let's say we support and that we oppose. Now we're really popular with healthcare. I think we're doing great in that regard. Okay, 14 weeks. Let's just go ahead and, man, they really do not like that, whatever that policy is. They just do not like it. It's really weird. Okay, I think that might help. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why they don't like my minimum wage policy, but I'm not going to change it. I think it'll be fine. Let's go through the primaries. I don't think anything's going to change primary-wise because most of this were candidates, incumbents, whatever, so it doesn't really matter. We still have Democrat challengers. We have $745,000 to spend. We've got 26 weeks. Basically, the idea now is to market ideas. We're going to run a TV advertisement for healthcare, and we'll spend, say, $150,000 on it, which gives us 8 million ad views. The first time you're going to see what an ad does. It boosts public opinion quite a bit. Okay, that's good. What I really want to boost money on, though, is voter turnout. I want to spend a really good chunk of money on this because now we can raise it by 12,000 voters, which is almost 1%. You can raise it quite a lot. The most I've ever been able to get it, I've used cheats to try and see how much you could get it to go, is about 10% of the entire national stage. But this is one state. I think you could probably raise it about 8%, 9% of the voter turnout. But we don't want to do that just yet. I think the best thing to do, I like to go fast forward as much as I can until I get to about 15 weeks. I have $700,000. I like to spend half of my money now on voter turnout. So right about, let's say, $350,000 or $40,000, 24,000 voters now. We're at 1.5%. I go until I get to 5 weeks. I go to voter turnout again for 5 weeks. 800,000. We'll spend $400,000 now. We're at 38,000 or 2%. And I go right down to the last week possible, which is the very last race. So now I want to check something. I'm kind of an idiot. I forgot to check this earlier. Who is running for president in this election? Who ended up getting chosen? Eric Siegel and Charles Summers. Okay? So it's going to be interesting to see. Are we going to have another Democrat in office or a Republican in office? Because currently it's Democrat. Very interesting to see what's going to happen here. Also interesting to see if Democrats can flip Kansas. We'll see. I doubt it, but we can see if we can at least do something along those lines. Let's see. Do I support it? Let's say no. Are we still at no? See, it's really weird because it's giving me a huge negative boost, but it's not hurting us. Okay, so we have enough money, I think, to spend about another 300. We're going to spend about 75% of our money now because it's the last day we can possibly do it, basically. 50,000 voters. That should be, yep, 30%. Okay. Now, you guys are going to get to see the very, very first election results pour in. So, brace yourselves to see what a national election result looks like, and we're going to be able to see how well we did in our office. So, next turn. Let's watch the presidential election, and let's see what happens. Okay, Republicans are doing really well. Yeah, really well. They won Virginia and Connecticut. What? Okay, this is a little bit wacky. Just a little bit. Yeah, Republicans are doing really well. They won Colorado and Pennsylvania. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, there was a big red wave this year. Even Washington State. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit bizarre to me. But, it happens. It happens like this sometimes. He won 368 electoral votes. He did win by, 10 million popular votes? We'll check the exit polling. I want to see how we did in every state. This guy just had a really good platform, I guess, because even in Arizona, he won by, 15%? Let's take a look at Colorado. That's a fun one to see. He won by a lot in Colorado. That's really shocking to me. Connecticut, even in Connecticut, he won almost 3%. Or he won by more than 3%. That's really, really crazy. He almost had a chance in a lot of states. How did he do in Kansas? Well, actually, it was closer than I thought it would be. That's not bad. We just don't have the numbers, really. I'm just looking because I'm like, some of these states are really wacky to me. But let's take a look at our candidates to see how we did. We lost a lot. Republicans had a huge swing year, it looks like. And in districts where Republicans had the advantage, it doesn't look like we really flipped anything. We did flip this one. He wasn't an incumbent. Yeah, we lost a lot, which it happens. We didn't have a lot of money to spend. If we had a lot more money, we could have probably have flipped some things. But we at least gave it our best shot. And the one thing I want to check, you have to wait, I think, until next year to see. No, I can check it here. Republicans gained 11 seats in the Senate. They now have a 2/3 advantage in the Senate. And they gained 69 House seats, which, I mean, dear God. And these are the results for Kansas, of course. So, wow, we have a Republican governor. Republicans gained a single seat in the state Senate. And in the state House, how did we do? They gained 3. So we lost 3 seats total. I don't think we flipped anything. No. So it was pretty bad, but you know what? Things like this happen all the time. I'm sorry this is a longer episode than usual. We're going to go ahead in this episode and get to the end of the year. We'll attend a Thanksgiving parade. It doesn't really make that much of a difference at this point. And 2017, you can see we've gained 5,000 political points over that because we really helped out. We tried. All right, other than that, let's take a quick gander at the metrics, the budgets especially. You can see it's not great. That's okay, that's okay. I really want to see the federal breakdown, 64-36, 62-38. Purple states, yeah, that's not good for Democrats at all. We had a really, really bad year. That was just rough. At least we have the city still by a lot, but the state we're just so close to being edged out. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm hoping to make another one pretty soon here, and I think this year there's no jobs we can hold, which is why I want to fast forward through a lot of this, but I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I will make an episode where I will speed through 2017 into 2018 and just show the results in 2018. I don't think anything eventful is going to happen this year, but that's just me. Yeah, so I thank you guys for watching. If you want to look at these data results, you can. I'll leave that up on the screen. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next episode.